Today is a special day.
Why? What's today?
Christmas card day. You been getting any in the mail?
Christmas, yeah. Did you get my card?
You want a Christmas card? You want a Christmas card? All right, here.
Hey, there's my Christmas card.
This'll be such a fun Christmas card.
Now, what about your Christmas card list?
Is that our Christmas card?
Yeah.
Thank you for the Christmas card.
Showtime.
It is showtime. Welcome. It is 6:07. Monday morning, the 9th here already. We are zipping on through the calendar. And, now that he says it there, we've actually received a couple of good old-fashioned Christmas cards through the good old-fashioned, reliable United Postal Service, which is kind of cool to still get them.
Yeah.
But, welcome here. It's 37 degrees, cloudy downtown as we just get started here on a busy Monday morning and a busy week. And what is happening live from the loft at the home office in the greater Baldwinsville area?
Not much. I have lots of Christmas cards all ready to go with my special fancy stamps.
Nice.
Christmas stamps. So I'll be doing that later today. But, just waking up. Oh, I got to hose off my car. I got stuck in the mud yesterday. That was fun.
And
yeah.
That was at, you had your show, your pop-up.
Yep.
Or no, it wasn't a pop-up show, but it was an art show. Where was it?
Yeah. It was a craft show at Coloca Estate Winery, and as we were leaving, lovely place to have an event, and lots of lovely vendors. Met a nice lady that makes earrings named Mary from Liverpool. She's super sweet, and a lovely gent named Nick helped push me out of the mud hole I was in, and nearly in tears. He was like, "I gotcha, I gotcha." And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm just gonna camp right here. I'm gonna live in this mud hole."
What time was that last night when that happened?
That was probably 5, 6 o'clock. So, it took him a minute to push me out, and, it was pretty like, oh no. You walk in the house, it was really muddy. It was really muddy. And, good pants covered in mud, my good shoes covered in mud. Get in the back door. I have my vest, my fuzzy vest I wear, and turtleneck, and so I took off my mud sneakers, my mud pants, and I fell asleep on the couch. With my underwear on and my cozy vest, because I was like, mud. And I didn't even park in the garage. It was so muddy. Oh, and I hit a skunk on the way home, Gomez.
Right. Now you're talking.
So my car, it stinks like mud. I hit an animal, which is terrible for me, but breaks my little heart. But it's okay. I'm here with you now. Thank you.
It's a new week.
It's a new day.
It's a new day.
Tomorrow is another day.
Tomorrow's another day. And SU football is bowl bound.
Everybody clap your hands.
Headed off to San Diego.
Woo-hoo, Holiday Bowl.
Nice.
Check it out, y'all.
Yeah, more on that obviously a little bit later here this morning. In fact, we'll check in with Mike McAllister. He'll join us from SI at about 7:40 or so, and we'll talk college football in general, but specifically SU and Washington State. End of the month here at the Holiday Bowl in San Diego, but that was pretty cool. I was happy to see that for Coach Fran and the team, and an exciting, cool destination. San Diego in late December. Doesn't get much better than that against a good quality opponent, but cool. So we'll put Coach Fran and the team on for 7 o'clock shots and shout outs. But more on that coming up here a little bit later on in the show. We will also, let me see here, talk SU hoops. Loss on the road to Notre Dame on Saturday. Etan Thomas, the former SU and NBA player, will join us. His first visit coming up this morning at 8:10, and then pretty much every Monday here throughout the rest of the basketball season as we get set for the remainder of SU hoops. Still early in the season, obviously. But we'll check in with Etan. Also, Joe Stanley, he's going to join us here this morning, his regular segment. He's our official legal correspondent at about 8:40. If you have any legal issues to run by Joe, text him in here at 605-8874. We'll make sure that he sees them and that we'll answer as many of those as we can. But, action-packed morning radio program here. And now just a couple of, let's see here, 2 full weeks. And then it's Christmas week. And that's it.
Yeah, it's the 9th.
Yeah, it is. We're zipping on through, as we say all the time. It does go fast, and we certainly wouldn't want you to miss Wegmans Lights on a Lake because you get all caught up. In fact, that's a good night out. That's a good time to take like a day, take a breath, get caught up, and say, you know what? Let's just go to Lights on a Lake tonight. All you have to do is go to the website, lightsonalake.com, pick the day you want to go. This way, it's like anything in life. If you schedule it, you make it happen.
Yeah. And you have to book your tickets online. No sales at the gate. And while you're at it, you can add that little light up snowflake wand. They're super cute, and the kids really are thrilled. Don't tell them; they'll be surprised.
Yeah, it'll be a nice little early Christmas gift.
Yeah, they'll like it. They're so cute, and it's perfect. Little kids, they like to click on things and light up thingies. Little kid like babies. Seriously, to teenagers, they really are mesmerized. They like them. They're fun.
Every night from 5 to 10 p.m., Monday through Sunday, right through the week at Onondaga Lake Park. And this year, presented by Upstate Honda Dealers and Upstate Golisano Children's Hospital. It's Wegmans Lights on a Lake. Again, lightsonalake.com, the place to be for that. Our email address here is gomezandco, tk99 at gmail.com. Let me see here. I had had an old picture of like sprinkles that you put on cake decorations, cupcakes, etc. from Phase Drugstore.
Yeah,
99 cents.
Yeah, that's your go. You never run out. They never go. They're bad. Endless.
Yeah,
they
Fred
never go
found
bad.
himself a bottle of Carl's Drug aspirins. Carl's Drug aspirins.
Oh boy!
So there you go.
With Santa.
Yes.
In the advertisement.
Thank you. They're probably around the same era, Fred. Mm-hmm. Somewhere in that neck of the woods. The Carl's Drugstore. Let me see here. January of 93 was the expiration date on those aspirins.
Oh, that's not that long ago. Yeah.
I think
it's aspirin. Good. As long as they're not moldy, you're fine.
Good to go.
We don't know that. Don't do that. Don't really eat that.
Hey, this coming Friday night, a great show coming to Del Lago Resort and Casino. It is Marshall Tucker and Jefferson Starship, the two great classic rock bands, getting together at the Vine Showroom. Listen to Rick DiUlio during his 5 o'clock road trip for a chance to win tickets to see that great show again coming up this Friday at Del Lago. It is 6:15, just getting started here. Again, a very busy Monday morning. We'll celebrate the weekend here with 7 o'clock shots and shout-outs. And then also we'll find Central New York's smartest person alive. But straight ahead, at least we'll have some of the local headlines making the news, including what now?
An accident to tell you about in the city of Syracuse, and one more person throws their hat into the ring to be the new mayor. That comes up in your local news headlines.
And an exciting weekend of college football and NFL action from yesterday. We'll get it all in coming up next. Alrighty, let me see here. Let me get. All right, I'll be right back here.
Okay.
Grab a couple clips. Still got about 3 minutes here. How's your weekend?
Good until last night.
What happened last night?
Soda.
Oh. Well,
I went to bed at 2 a.m. just because I just kept looking at everything. That was your weekend.
yeah, it's the weekend. It's good.
The reason is,
What's that?
like, the last time ever I'm wearing, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's
Oh, the soda? Oh, is it a...
Didn't realize it until I pulled it off the hanger. And
Like,
I looked at it. Oh,
dang it.
That's fitting.
Son of a...
So I just put it on. But yeah. But yeah, the highlight I got you is the closest thing they got to making a 3 the whole year, just because I felt like it was fitting.
Yep.
That's what some.
That, they'll probably do that, but not much more.
Oh, and then Marcellus Barnes, I took a portal overnight.
Oh, all right.
Right now, I guess sophomore corner for Syracuse.
And the,
Freshman.
Classic Rock, TK99 at TK105. The Police there. It's Gomez and company here. I don't doubt you will hear Roxanne coming up in April when Sting and Billy Joel come to the JMA Wireless Dome for their much-anticipated concert in the spring. Speaking of shows, we announced one late last week. Coming up next summer, the AMP shows are already starting to show up on the calendar. Styx, Kevin Cronin, and Don Felder from the Eagles bringing their Brotherhood of Rock tour to the AMP July 14th. This week, it's a ticket window Thursday. Listen for a chance to win free tickets to that show. They go on sale officially this Friday at 10 o'clock at livenation.com. In the meantime, get that 2025 calendar out and start circling those dates. July 14th, rather, for Styx, Kevin Cronin, and Don Felder. And I know, up till recently, and I think he's still with the band, our pal, local guitarist Ben Morrow, currently with Don Felder's band, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
He's gone from being Cher's guitar player and Lionel Richie's guitar player for 20 plus years. Now, most recently with Don Felder's band. We'll try to get Ben in here maybe between now and then and have some live pre-Eagles performances with Ben.
That would be so awesome. Cool. Good for Ben.
It is 6:30. Right on the stinking button here. Lisa, how about some of the local headlines making the news here?
Well, just after midnight, a car crashed into a home in Syracuse. The accident happened on Rosewood Street. cause of the crash is unknown. The accident is under investigation, but it slammed into the front porch of that home. And again, investigation is ongoing. Syracuse Common Councilor Cole Majuk announced his candidacy for the Democratic Party in the city's mayoral race for his campaign in 2025. His slogan is "Syracuse is home." He plans on tackling issues surrounding housing, neighborhood safety, and economic security during his campaign. The ninth Powerball jackpot of this year has been won after a single ticket sold in New York, matching all 6 winning numbers. The lucky ticket holder will get to choose between annual payments that will eventually total $256 million, or you can take the lump sum of $123.5 million. And a reminder about Porch Pirates. Today is, Christmas card day. And you might have Christmas presents arriving to your home, or you're sending them to others. But just a little reminder, an estimated 120 million packages were snatched off American porches last year, and it was like $16 billion. They say you could use a basket with a lid or some kind of receptacle box that you and your, Amazon guy, the FedEx delivery person, they know where to put them. Or you can just ask the post office to hold packages for you, and you can pick them up later. And that's a look at your local news headlines.
We'll start with SU football, as everybody was sitting around waiting there on Sunday for the bowl announcements. And congratulations, Coach Fran Brown and the SU football team headed to San Diego on December 27th for the Holiday Bowl.
Everybody clap your hands.
Taking on Washington State.
Come on, y'all.
Exciting day for the team and the program, and a nice reward for a 9-3 season. And exciting times. Next hour, we'll check in with Mike McAllister, and he'll join us. And I know he joins the guys in the afternoon over on ESPN quite frequently. He'll join us this morning at 7:40 to break down the bowl game and the other bowl games from the college football playoffs, for that matter. But we'll focus on that Holiday Bowl for the team. And very cool. Happy for Coach Fran. And it's also the time of the year where the transfer portal is now a thing. Locally, Marcellus Barnes from the SU football team entering his name into the transfer portal late last night. So it's the reality of college football. Guys coming and going, NIL deals, cash, etc. But nonetheless, congrats to Coach Fran, but more on that later on today and in the coming weeks. The first 2 out, by the way, from the college football playoffs, Miami and Alabama out. That loss to the Orange, obviously, knocking the Hurricanes out of the contention. And then SMU, even though they lost to Clemson. There were some great college games this weekend, by the way. Clemson beating SMU, but SMU and Clemson both making it into the 12-team college football playoff field. And just cool time. The Texas game was a great game. The Georgia overtime game that Georgia won against Texas, and both those teams obviously in it as well. But exciting weekend of college football, but more on that coming up a little bit later on. Not so much for SU basketball this weekend on the road at Notre Dame. Here's Voice of the Orange, Matt Park, one of the few shooting highlights, I can call it that, for the Orange.
Shovel it left for Davis, back to Chapa, 3-ball on the left. Good. Finally, Chapa Moore knocks down the shot. It's just a 2, though, from the far side.
Elijah Chapa Moore, as Matt said, just a 2. It's because there were no threes. 0 for 9 from three-point range. The first time they have not made a three-pointer in years. At this point, I don't even know what the last year that happened for the Orange, but a loss nonetheless on the road. Here is head coach Red Autry and his post-game comments.
The game was decided in the last 4 or 5 minutes. On our end, on the defensive end, we had some breakdowns. Shrewsbury got going. We lost them a couple of times, and that was the difference in the game. And then we had our own mistakes. Defensive breakdowns, free throws in the first half. I thought those are the things that decided the game. Free throws. It's been something all year. We work on it. We got to be able to make those, and we just too many blown opportunities. We turned the ball over 13 times. We can't do that.
Can't do that. Results in a loss for the Orange. Next up tomorrow against Albany, 7 p.m. tip. Our game day coverage starts at 5:30 here on your home for SU basketball, TK99 and TK105. And don't forget to Thursday night, it is the nighttime Coach Red Autry show live at Carrabba's. That starts at 7 o'clock. Aside from that, college basketball action from the weekend. Missouri upsetting number 1 Kansas. Just add that to the list of college basketball upsets. NFL action from yesterday. The Buffalo Bills out in L.A. An exciting game. I mean, the Bills forgot to pack the defense when they left Buffalo. As a result, an exciting game, but the Bills lose to the L.A. Rams. It was 44-42. High-scoring affair after the game. Booger McFarland from ESPN breaking down those L.A. Rams in this case.
Sean McVay, the head coach, may be the best offensive play caller in football. And when he gets a defense on their heels, he can absolutely shred them. And two, Matt, this was vintage. We've been talking about wine and French wine today. This was vintage Matthew Stafford. This is going back, grabbing a bottle from like 1895, Matthew Stafford. It was absolutely unreal because his accuracy with the football, the play calling, he was throwing it sidearm like Darren O'Dell, the Orioles, boom, just dropping that thing in the slot.
Very good.
And when their offense can play this way, they run the football with Kyron Williams, they're going to score points. It all comes down to winning if their defense can get stops. They're so young on defense, they're a little inconsistent. But this offense, when McVay's calling plays, look out.
Look out, they scored a lot of points, no doubt, and the Bills had no defense. A great effort from Josh Allen, wasted for the most part. And next up for the Bills, they got to get ready for the top team in the NFL right now, the Detroit Lions, on the schedule for next week. Other games of note, the Steelers beat the Browns 27-14. The Jets pretty much eliminated, right, by the Miami Dolphins. It was 32-26 in overtime. So they're officially, I think, Velcro, the Jets technically now toast.
Yeah, it's 14 straight years of no playoffs, the longest active streak, I believe, in American sports. I know at least NFL.
In the NFL, so they're done. And then also Minnesota beat the Atlanta Falcons of note in that game. A great touchdown celebration dance. The Vikings doing the dance battle from White Chicks, the movie. It was a touchdown dance in the end zone, which was actually pretty entertaining.
Very good.
Aside from that, hey, first, congratulations to CBA. I don't know if you caught that on the weekend. They were in the JMA Wireless Dome, the state championships. Hail Mary pass. Last play of the game as time expired, and the CBA in Syracuse beats CBA of Albany for their second consecutive high school state championship. Exciting times. Back to the NFL, by the way, for the Kansas City Chiefs, and it looked like at some point they won't win one of these, but this year they're getting all the bounces and all the breaks. Here is the very last play of the game.
The kick will come from Matthew Wright. This is for the division. For the Chiefs. And right off the upright and in for the division. It's the doink for the division for the Chiefs.
The doinked off the upright, still went in. Somehow the Chiefs keep finding a way to win. 1917, their 9th consecutive AFC West championship, but also the 7th straight game where they did not cover the spread. For those who like to follow gambling, etc. But nonetheless, they just find a way to keep on winning. You have to have that kind of luck sometimes to make it all the way. Last but not least, of course, the breaking sports news from overnight was the signing of Juan Soto by the New York Mets. And not the New York Yankees. 15-year, the base starting salary is $765 million. But you throw in the bonuses and things of that nature and escalations. It goes to a potential of what, Velcro? 8 what?
So after 2029, he can opt out, and the Mets can void that opt out by adding $4 million per year to bring his total up to $55 million annual average salary.
Nice.
They also gave him a $75 million signing bonus.
Nice.
So the overall amount that this contract will reach is $880 million. You just can't compete with a hedge fund money.
That's some big major league dough right there.
Steve Cohen said he was going to do it.
And he did it.
He said the Mets are no longer the baby brothers.
No. Hey, they were just a couple of games away from making it, right?
They were two wins.
Two wins away.
Two wins.
And now this maybe put them in the driver's seat, but I know you're a Yankee fan and you're wearing, as you said, for the last time.
Yeah, I accidentally
You're
put that
Juan
on this
Soto.
morning.
You have a Juan Soto Yankee jersey on.
Thanks, world. I grabbed that out of my closet. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him. I don't.
No, hey, who could turn that down? If no one's going to match it, and that's
My God.
Yankees. He wanted $50 million a year, and the Mets were the only team that hit $50 million. Yankees were 47.5, and
Yeah.
the Red Sox were 45.
bottom line.
He wanted 50.
And they gave it to him.
They gave it to him. The president of the Mets, David Stearns, when he was the president of the Brewers, the highest contract he ever paid out was 5 years, $80 million. He just gave Juan Soto $75 million in signing bonus money.
Wow.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Well, there's-
Wild.
There are lists of guys that signed huge deals and then went on to have like mediocre success
He's not.
after that.
He's the kind of player you overpay.
Is he Chris Davis?
Yeah, no.
Is
no,
he Jacob Ellsbury?
No.
Aaron Rodgers didn't he get some good cash from the Jets?
Yeah, he's the one you overpay, though. If you're going to overpay anybody,
Yeah.
you overpay Ohtani.
Pablo Sandoval?
No.
Josh
no.
Hamilton?
No.
A-Rod?
No. A-Rod was a success. He won a couple MVPs.
That
was a
debatable.
success. No,
Debatable.
It got bad towards the end, but that's because he was old and everything. That was a success. They won a World Series. He won an MVP.
Yeah.
That was a success.
Well, Mr. April.
Hey, that 2009 World Series run, he hit the game.
Anyway, so I'm just trying to help you here. It might not work out.
It's gonna work out.
Might not work out.
It's gonna.
Just
Is.
telling you.
God.
It doesn't always work out for
He
these
bet on
guys.
himself. At
I mean, what
23.
why isn't there? Are there any protections for
No.
the?
No, it's guaranteed.
right?
There's nothing
It's
deferred.
guaranteed. This is all guaranteed, and it's no deferred.
Nothing
so
deferred.
Ohtani's real value is like 460 because it's deferred. Soto's is 765,
It's not deferred.
not deferred, no doubt, plus $75 million.
Anyway,
Wow.
whatever. Good for them. If you can get it, know your value. There's the lesson in life right there.
He turned down 440 as a 23-year-old.
Yeah.
He knew his
Why
value.
not? Why not? It is already 6:43 here. We will take a break. We will be right back.
Gomez.
That contract's gonna work. I've watched him since the day he came up being in DC. If he's the modern day Ted Williams, which everyone says he is, was Ted Williams not worth this amount of money in today's value?
Oh, I'm sure.
You know what I mean? So
If he is, though. You hear that about all these guys, and then they
I
go
just-
on like,
I just
good, but that good.
and they'll make it back in the amount of merchandise they're gonna sell.
Oh, I mean, from money wise, sure, it's all about money. So the money
They'll make it back.
after it, exactly.
It's like I think the Yankees when Judge was chasing 61 or 62, the last 3 weeks to the month of the season, I think the Yankees made in merchandise sales the amount of money they had to pay Judge for the first year of the contract. And that was in the last month of the season when he was chasing 62.
Oh, the money part, no doubt, but like the result part, it's like,
Oh, he'll be fine.
all these other guys are like,
He's different. There's something about him that's different. And I take taxes out of it. Hal Steinbrenner is worth $1.5 billion. Juan Soto is now worth half of Hal Steinbrenner.
yeah.
Without taxes. A bit more because it could go to 880. I mean, people say, "Oh, it's outrageous money." That's where the game's at. It's where the game's at, man. He is worth every penny and then some. I'm happy the Yankees didn't pay it. I'm very sad the Yankees didn't pay it. And I'm not at all mad at Juan Soto.
No, not at all. How could you be? Good for him.
He doesn't owe the Yankees anything. He himself took the Yankees to the World Series. He was him and Giancarlo and Luke Weaver. I mean, the Mets are a franchise that was built on greed. They're a franchise that has been an absolute dismal failure other than 2 years. They're a franchise that has always been second place, and Steve Cohen has been alive for, if not all of it, a majority of it.
Good for him.
So,
It's like anything in life. How bad you want something,
how bad you and he
you
can
make it happen.
He made it happen.
Make it happen.
And when I say built on greed, it's because the Giants left, and then when the Brooklyn Dodgers left, they left because, I don't remember his name, but whoever was building all the buildings in New York at the time, New York City, said, we will only build the stadium in Queens. And Walter Alston, the Brooklyn Dodgers owner, said, no, we're Brooklyn Dodgers. You're going to build it in Brooklyn, or I'm going to move the team. They said no. He moved the team. Where was Shea Stadium built? It was built in the exact spot that they wanted to build the Brooklyn Dodgers new stadium. So that's why I say built on greed. It was built on the greed of corporate New York City at the time.
Like Wall Street.
Yep.
Douglas.
Yep.
Greed is good.
Greed is good.
Greed works.
In a way, so does greedy. But hey, it worked. He just made $30 million from the Yankees off 1 year. And he's gonna absolutely, I think, opt out. If he's playing well enough to get a $4 million bonus, he's playing well enough to get $60 million a year, because that's only $5 more million.
Somebody will pay it.
And he'll be 30. He'll be 30. He'll just have turned 30. So I think he might opt out, and this will be happening in 2029. That's not to say the Mets won't pay it again. But Hal did good. I wish he hit the 50 million mark, but he did good. Cannot fault the ownership or the GM. Now they got to go get Max Fried is said to be down to the Yankees and the Mets. Cohen won't get beat by the Yankees. And the Mets are not done adding. Wouldn't shock me if they re-sign Alonso. They could trade for Vladdy. Vladdy's 4 years younger. Yeah. They have the farm system to do it. I mean, could easily go get Vladdy. He's in a contract year. They could just wait. Because Lindor and Soto are good friends. Both Dominican dudes. Vladdy's Dominican. He is from Canada, though, Vladdy. He was born in Canada. So that does probably help him, but the Blue Jays. I did call my friend, or my friend called me when it happened, who lives in Canada, from Canada, and I was like, the entire Canadian population's taxes would have risen through the roof if they wanted to pay Soto. They didn't have that amount of money. Whole country would be paying for that.
Yeah, this is just a quick
1222 or call 911. Please consume responsibly.
Gomez and Company on TK99 and TK105, Syracuse's classic rock.
It's 6:49, cloudy and 37 degrees out there. Midday rain today, by the way. Could rain off and on, kind of heavy in the midday, but then ending by the evening, and a pretty mild week. Mid-40s today, around 50 for tomorrow. And I know in Cicero, the backyard, we're pretty much back down to bare grass.
Yeah.
What are you going to do, right?
Boo.
Boo.
It's mud season until it snows again.
Yeah, and it will. Obviously, it's not even officially winter yet, but nonetheless, that's what we're looking at here. Pretty mild, uneventful week. So if you're traveling around, I think you're probably pretty good to go. A couple of programming notes here coming up on Wednesday. We'll have our annual visit with Mr. Skin from MrSkin.com and review and highlight the best in cinematic nudity from this past year, from 2024. And as he has pointed out, it's more extensive than ever with all of the different platforms and streaming platforms, pay channels, cable, movies, you name it. When he started, it was pretty easy. It was like movies. And then movies and cable. And then movies in HBO.
Yeah.
And all of that. But nonetheless, we'll get caught up with him.
I mean, I wonder, is he going to bring up Bridgerton? Bridgerton was big the last couple of years, and there is a surprising amount of, naughtiness in a show like Bridgerton, of all things.
Look at that, right?
So you're thinking about,
up on you.
Yeah, that's it's Downton Abbey.
Yeah.
It's like no, it is not like
quite.
Downton Abbey. No.
Nonetheless, that will come up here on Wednesday morning. Aside from that, it's already 6:51. Next hour, we'll talk SU football. Headed to the Holiday Bowl in San Diego on the 27th. Mike McAllister will join us. But straight ahead here, a couple things. We'll find Central New York's smartest person alive with Question Impossible, and then do some celebrating with 7 o'clock shots and shout-outs. We will do that next. All right, so let's go right to the top there. I'm going to grab a couple of quick clips here.
All right. Mm-hmm.
I'll be right back here.
What's the Mets changing everything? I mean, Mike Gooden's greatest personal thing was in a Yankees uniform. Ellis Strawberry won 2 World Series in a Yankees uniform.
Look at that.
Good luck, Crafty, whatever it is you got going on. The doctor, good luck. A funny thing happened at the craft show. So my friend makes all this like sports stuff. It's like team logoed material, and she makes
Buffalo
stuff.
Bills and New York Giants or whatever.
All that. So, because we're New York we're New York, it's all Bills stuff. She's got some Kansas City Bills. She has like no Miami. Like
Nothing.
3 people asked about Miami. We're like, Miami? No. I mean, you can't make everything, right?
No. Yeah.
And a lady, she has like one thing that was Dallas Cowboys. And a lady came over and she was looking at the Cowboys things. And she was looking at, we're like, oh, sorry about the Cowboys. And she's like, what are you talking about? She just kind of looked at us. It's like, oh yeah, tough year for the Cowboys. And another lady was standing in front of us. She's like, oh yeah, we're Miami fans. And it's just blah, blah, blah. And we're like, yeah, like Dallas, oof, rough year for Dallas and whatever. And Bills, how are the Bills doing? Everybody's that's a big football chat, whatever. And the Dallas lady was like offended that we pointed out that Dallas was doing so poorly. And all we said, we looked at her and we went, ooh, sorry about Dallas. Like, they're really not doing good this year. And she went, oh. And like walked away. I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? Like, we dissed? You're dissing my Dallas. I'm like, okay.
There we go.
It was funny.
Gomez and Company on TK99 and TK105, Syracuse's classic rock.
It is 7:03 here. Welcome. 37 degrees outside at the moment, and pretty mild a couple of days here. Low 40s with some midday rain rolling in our way, and it'll break up by the evening. But if you're going to be out and about in the middle of the day, 11, 12, 1-ish in that neck of the woods, keep your eye out for some rain that could be coming in, and probably more of that tomorrow because it'll be near 50 tomorrow. And then it'll turn a little cooler by the end of the week. But in the meantime, welcome. Thanks for hopping aboard the Monday morning party barge after a busy weekend all the way around. Text line here is 605-8874 if you'd like to text into the show. Let me double check here the magic texting machine. Make sure we are all caught up there, which we are. Good to go there. And then, of course, the stream chat of QSportsTalk.com is the place to be if you would like to log in, say hi, join the conversation here with everybody from around the area and around the world, as the case may be. I know Larry popping in here this morning from Great Britain. I haven't seen Zulak just yet from Canada, from Ottawa, but he pops in here every now and then. But,
any minute now.
What's happening there? Live from the loft at the home office in the greater Baldwinsville area, Lisa.
No, not too much. Just, getting ready for the day, checking out the news and what's going on. Shots and shout outs. Are we ready for shots and shout outs?
Let's start that. Let's do it.
The gent whose name was Nick, who pushed me out of the mud last night. Thank you, Nick.
Nice.
You didn't have to do that. Total stranger. And I was like, he's like, don't cry. Don't you cry. I'm like, okay. Can I scream in my car? Can I scream like a crazy girl? Like, oh my God. Oh, longer than it was just long enough where you start to go,
oh man.
Oh my God.
It's dark now because it's the middle of December.
This is going to be really bad. That feeling when you kind of know something's turning ugly? Like
Fast. Like sometimes you're not thinking about anything, and all of a sudden it starts to click in as to how serious it might actually be. Like, even if you're just out hiking in the woods, and all of a sudden, for a brief moment, you're lost, and then it all starts adding up real fast. Like, it's going to get dark in like a half an hour. I don't know where I am. I don't have a phone. I have a flashlight. I don't have any food. I have no water.
Yep. It was like seriously one of those like, oh my God, I'm going to be, they're going to leave.
Yeah.
Because they leave. They don't wait for you.
Yeah.
Like people just leave and everybody would leave. And I would have been there all alone in the dark going like, oh my God, AAA's never going to find me. Because that was my next step. I was like, So shots and shout outs to Nick. Thank you very much. Shots and shout outs to Marsha and everyone who showed up for me yesterday. Thank you very much. You are greatly appreciated.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Aside from that, with the 7 o'clock shots and shout outs here, let me see here. A couple of birthday wishes going on today. Let me see here. Happy birthday to the great actress, Dame Judi Dench, having a birthday today.
Our world is not more transparent now. It's more opaque. It's in the shadows. That's where we must do battle. So before you declare us irrelevant, ask yourselves, how safe do you feel?
From Skyfall, Judi Dench. And I want to say, didn't a long time ago when we talked to Mr. Skin mention a movie that Judi Dench back in the day had appeared somewhat in the Buff Four?
I'm sure.
That's all right.
Yeah, I'll find out.
Also, happy birthday to the great John Malkovich, having a birthday today.
He beat me. Straight up. Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Yeah, pay Matt Damon from Rounders. That particular scene there.
Yeah, he's a little scary. Judi Dench was nude in 1978, a nude scene in a movie. Yeah. So I'm sure he'll tell us all about it.
Happy birthday to a one-time guest on the Celebrity Hotline. I want to say it was when we were actually doing a remote broadcast from Salt Lake City a number of years ago when SU was playing in the NCAA tournament. Lost that game to Butler, but on the Celebrity Hotline, one of Salt Lake City's most well-known residents, Donny Osmond, is having a birthday today.
And they called it puppy love.
Yeah, we talked to Donny Osmond about all things Mormon, and he answered all of the questions for us. But it's his birthday today.
Oh, that's so cool. We wore that record out.
Yeah.
My sister had it on a 45. Yeah.
Aside from that, let me see here, kind of an on this day deal. On this day, the very first airing ever of a Charlie Brown Christmas.
Nice.
December 9th of 1965. Dang.
Yeah.
Date, I don't know that it's been on just yet. I know, let me see here. On the weekend, a couple of,
Rudolph.
Rudolph was on. And by the way, that was the most overhyped, all for 2 weeks, the Today Show and everybody else on NBC hyping this special exclusive 75-minute version.
Was it 30 minutes of commercials, Gomez?
There was nothing different about that other than they jammed in, they made it from an hour, they made it 15 minutes longer by putting 15 minutes more commercials in. So that's why it was 75 minutes long. There was nothing special in the least about the exclusive NBC showing of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on Friday night. So if you were like me and got sucked into that and waited for something, some director's cut, some exclusive Q&A or interviews, no. You were treated to just more commercials.
Dirty rats.
Yeah. So that was on Friday night. Did you watch that, Velcro?
I actually did not because I couldn't get my whatever to connect on my whatever to then watch it on my phone. You just sound like the Grinch, though. We've been waiting 60 years for that.
Yeah.
Or however long it's been out.
Well, you think there's some like hidden director's cut? It was like, what did they cut out? More dancing? Did they, more of the?
There's added commercials. It was like, a Christmas story there. It was, like the Ovaltine commercial.
Yeah.
What? Ovaltine? A stinking commercial? That's what it was.
Oh, you're the Grinch.
So whoever else got sucked into that, whatever. Happy holidays from NBC.
Dirty rats. Oh, you can watch it on Apple TV if you don't have it
What, the Charlie
somewhere.
Brown deal?
Yes.
Yeah, exclusively. Well, not exclusively, but Apple TV signed the deal.
Yeah, they signed a couple years ago, and they do offer it every now and then. Like, they'll tell you what night. You don't have to subscribe. You can just go on to Apple TV and watch it. But nonetheless, that's just one of the many specials that will be coming up here soon. Aside from that, the congratulations to, again, CBA. It was an exciting Hail Mary touchdown pass for CBA Syracuse to win their second consecutive state championship in the Dome this past weekend. Also, congratulations to Coach Fran Brown and the SU football team being invited and accepting an invitation to the Holiday Bowl. Mike McAllister here in about a half an hour will join us. We'll break that down. That game in San Diego, by the way, on the 27th. And I'm sure... I know before the weekend they said as soon as the announcement was made that there would be announcements for ticket packages, etc. I'm sure that is happening right now. Also, congrats to the fine folks of Paris, the grand reopening of the Notre Dame Cathedral happening this weekend. And also to the Kennedy Center honorees from this past weekend. I know the Grateful Dead and a bunch of others were a part of the Kennedy Center honors on the weekend. So congratulations to them. And aside from that, congratulations, Dick Allen and Dave Parker, by the way, making it into the Baseball Hall of Fame. I don't know what took them so long, but congratulations. Better late than never. And aside from that, but Velcro, who'd you like to throw in there for shots and shout-outs?
Two things. One, for football, if you want tickets, go to cuse.com/bowl.
Yes.
That'll help you get all your tickets. Secondly, if Dave Parker, watch The Cobra at Twilight. It's one of the best specials on an MLB player you ever see. And thirdly, shout out anybody who lives in New York and likes baseball, because for the next 15 years, it's going to be fun. No matter what team.
In theory.
Yeah, well,
hypothetically, it's going to be fun.
And shout out everyone in Central New York, because no matter where Soda does a rehab, you're right near it. Woo-hoo! Syracuse or Binghamton.
Yeah, now you're talking. There you have it. All right, everybody, cheers and salute.
Cheers.
Brought to you by DVOffers.com and powered by Drivers Village in Cicero. Already 7:13, so what do you say? Let's find Central New York's smartest person alive.
Pop quiz, hot shot. It's time to play Question Impossible to find the smartest person alive.
Get this right, you can brag about it all stinking day long. Here you go.
The average person, according to recent data, the average person does this over 100 times a year. What is it?
The average person does this over 100 times a year. Well, just get it out of the way. Is it?
That's 2 straight days, I think.
That's probably over 100 times a year, but that's not the answer we're looking for. According to recent data, the average person does this over 100 times a year. What is it?
Velcro, guess?
Look for a clean Yankees getting mad at Soto thing to play on the radio, but everyone's cursing like nuts, so I couldn't find one.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yes. No, it's not the right answer. According to recent data.
If you want to dial up and guess on the phone or text a guess in at 605-8874, we'll get your guesses here after Loverboy on TK99 and TK105.
I really thought I had it.
What's that?
Really thought I had it.
Dang it. All right, I'll line up a couple here on the phone. All right. It won't load today? Hi there, TK. What's your guess?
Hi, I'm going to go with grocery shopping.
Hang on a second. Hi there, TK. What's your guess? Hang on a second. Hi, TK. What do you think it is? Hang on a second. Hi, TK. What's your guess? Solid guess. It is not going out to eat, but thanks for getting us started there.
Have a great morning.
You too. Thank you. So long for now. Bye. Hi, TK. What's your guess? Gamble. Oh, 100 every couple of days. And it doesn't, you mean including like buying lottery tickets and stuff? Yeah. Not the answer. I don't doubt you're not far off with that guess, though, but not the right answer. But thanks for the call.
Okay, thank you.
So long for now. Hello there, TK. What do you think?
Hey, good morning. I'm going to say grocery shopping.
Another solid guess at, a couple times a week, right?
Absolutely, I do.
Not the right answer, but whatever that number is probably isn't too off from what this answer is. But a lot of people guessing that in text as well. But thanks for the guess.
You bet.
So long for now. Bye bye. Hi, TK. What do you think it is? Hang on a second. TK, what's your guess? Oi!
How about put gas in their car?
Hang on a second. TK, what's your guess?
Laundry.
Hang on a second. Hi, TK. What do you think it is?
Honk the horn?
Not honk the horn. That's a good guess, though. I'm trying to think of the last time I honked. I might just do it today just because you said that. But thanks for the guess. So long for now. Hi, TK. What do you think?
How about put gas in your car?
Another good guess. Every few days, not the right answer, though, but thanks for the call.
Thank you.
So long for now. Yep, bye. Classic Rock, TK99 and TK105, a lover boy there. It's Gomez and Company here. It is 7:18, and Lisa, we are still looking for the correct guess this morning here in question. Impossible. Again, the actual question is what now?
According to recent data, the average person does this over 100 times a year. What is it?
424-8599 if you want to guess here on the phone. Hi, TK. What's your guess?
Is it going out to eat?
Solid guess. It is not going out to eat, but thanks for getting us started there.
Have a great morning.
You too. Thank you. So long for now.
So long for now.
Bye.
Hi, TK. What's your guess? Gamble. Oh,
good one.
Days. And it doesn't, you mean including like buying lottery tickets and stuff?
Yes.
Not the answer. I don't doubt you're not far off with that guess, though, but not the right answer. But thanks for the call.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
So long for now. Hello there, TK. What do you think?
Hey, good morning. I'm going to say grocery shopping.
Another solid guess at, a couple times a week, right?
Absolutely, I do.
Not the right answer, but whatever that number is probably isn't too off from what this answer is. But a lot of people guessing that in text as well. But thanks for the guess.
You bet. So long for now.
Bye bye. No, very popular guesses from text as well. But a couple more here on the phone. Hi, TK. What do you think it is?
Honk the horn?
Not honk the horn. That's a good guess, though. I'm trying to think of the last time I honked. I might just do it today just because you said that. But thanks for the guess. So long for now. Hi, TK. What do you think?
How about put gas in your car?
Another good guess. Every few days, not the right answer, though, but thanks for the call.
Thank you.
So long. Yep. Bye. How about some of the incorrect guesses from the stream chat of QSportsTalk.com?
Sneezing, running a red light, laundry, talking to their partner, cleans out the fridge, vacuums, makes the bed, uses the microwave, cheats on their diet, takes a selfie, eats chocolate, has breakfast, gets gas, and washes their hair, taking money out of the ATM and hitting the snooze. None of those. are correct.
Let's see, it's not doing laundry. Another guess there. Back to the phones. It's 424-8599. Hi there, TK. What do you think it is?
Well, I was going to say doing laundry, but you just took that one off the table.
Oh, okay.
So I guess that doesn't warrant another guess. So,
No.
So long for now.
So long for now.
Hi, TK. Hi there. What do you think it is?
Recycle.
It is not recycle, but thanks for the guess.
He's warmer.
Yeah, if you start combining a couple of the guesses, you will get it right there.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I think we do this less now than ever before. I think in New York in particular, we don't do this as much as other states might. And it's something really inconsequential that you don't really think about. But when you think about its impact on a grander scale.
Hi, TK. What's your guess?
Take out the trash.
Not take out the trash. We're getting closer though. Start adding a lot of these up here. Hi, TK. What's your guess?
Take your dog for a walk.
No, not take the dog for a walk, but thanks. Hello there, TK. What do you think it is?
Litter.
Litter. No, it's not litter, but thank you. Appreciate that.
But
you're actually close.
You're actually closer.
You're actually kind of close with that, believe it or not.
Than you think.
Again, what's the...
So the question is, according to recent data, the average person does this over 100 times a year. And like in New York, we do it less than in other states because of laws and legislation and all that kind of stuff. And if you do it, like doing it once is not a problem. It's the doing it millions of times. And that's why we only do it 100 times a year.
Hi, TK. What's your guess?
Return your 5-cent cans and bottles.
It's not that. We're start adding all these up. Thanks for the guess, though. Hi, TK. What do you think it is?
Use a plastic bag.
Using plastic bags. And what's the number there, Lisa? How often?
Over 100 times a year.
What's your first name?
Big Poppy.
Big Poppy. Guess what?
Poppy.
Yeah, congratulations, man. You can brag about that all stinking day long now.
Thanks so much. So long for now.
So long for now.
Long for now. Yeah, over 100 times a year, we use a plastic baggie. It used to be grocery store bags. We used a lot more back, a couple years ago before they stopped using them and made everybody bring their own bags and use paper. That's not a bad thing necessarily. But like all those little Ziploc baggies and all of those things, those little things add up.
100 times a year. Big Poppy. Mm-hmm. Congratulations, my friend. You can brag about that all stinking day long.
You're listening to Gomez and...
Did that finally load?
Oh, yeah.
Or no, yeah?
It did. Yeah,
Is it just a matter of that day? There's no rhyme or reason to it, really.
Just some days it's immediate, other days it's 10 minutes. I don't know.
All right, well, this will go right to the bottom of the hour, by the way, so...
All right, 6 minutes. I'll be right back.
Yeah, we got time. Then I'll have Mike on the phone, but after the next break.
Okay. Hey, Gavendo, you can't be mad at Juan Soto.
No, don't be mad at him.
Yeah, we don't owe him anything.
You get what you pay for. It's if you can command it and somebody's willing to pay, then.
Well, he gave us everything and then some. He did. I mean, he has the biggest homer in recent Yankees history.
Yeah.
It would have arguably been LeMahieu. Chapman then gave up that homer to Altuve to clinch the LCS. I forget what year it was. No loyalty. Well, he doesn't know loyalty. We didn't draft him. We didn't develop a draft. We didn't sign him out of the DR. We didn't develop him. We traded a bunch of players for him. He gave us a great year. Loyal to the money. He bet on himself. He wanted $50 million. He got it. You can be loyal to everything you want. He also clearly liked the Mets' future more because their future is looking on paper better. Cohen could sell a future to the man. Our future looks like Spencer Jones, who just struck out 200 plus times in the minors. That's what our future looks like right now. Why would he want that?
Hey, it's capitalism. It's what we do best in this country, right?
Yeah, but
we make money regardless of the consequences or whatever.
I wouldn't put it past Steve Cohen. When he paid Verlander and Scherzer, if he had an idea of trading both of them to restock the farm system, because that's what he did. And then he can come back here 2 years after doing all that, year and a half, after doing all that, and he can tell Juan, look at the farm system. Look at what we got around you. We can add pitching. I'm willing to spend more money. Why would you not go play for the Mets then? Also, yeah, the Yankees' history, Monument Park, all that kind of stuff. It didn't mean anything to Yamamoto. It didn't mean anything to Seager. It didn't mean anything to Simeon. The only player who really wanted to come play for us was Harper, and we wouldn't pay Harper. So, like, I don't... This whole thing of where, like... I don't know. Where he needs to take our money because he was on the team. Yeah, Marcellus Barnes in the portal sucks. But that's it. You could say he probably got more money somewhere else. He's being offered more money, Marcellus Barnes. Like, that's where we're at. I mean, the Mets... Everything about the Mets is better right now than he can go create his own legacy. He can turn the Mets around. The Mets have had 2 good years. Other than that, they've been dismal failures. Their greatest players, arguably of all time, Dale Strawberry, Dwight Gooden, one had 2 World Series with the Yankees. The other had his best personal moment with the Yankees and pitching a no-hitter in Dwight Gooden. This is Steve Cohen saying, I've lived through all that. I'm done. We're going for it. And he is. And he said he was going to sign Soto, and he did. I'm not mad at Soto. Soto can... Go create your legacy, dude. Go have a good 15 years. I hope he's a Hall of Famer. And when the Mets are good at baseball, baseball's better. Because when New York is good at baseball, all of New York, baseball's better. But it does signal a change in baseball, which I think started when the Red Sox wouldn't pay Mookie. I mean, if you played for the Red Sox, the Dodgers, or the Yankees, you didn't leave those teams. If it didn't matter. You were a premier free agent. You didn't leave. They didn't pay Mookie. They traded Mookie. I think that started this. But no, I can't be mad at Soto. Can't. Fully deserved money. To say it's a lot of money in the modern game, fully deserved. He's only getting 6 more. Say only getting 6 more than Ohtani, but it's 5 more years. So it's $1 million whatever per year more. Not much. I don't know. I think Juan made the choice that's better for his legacy because he can go create, well, a legacy. You can't just add to a legacy. And it shows that the Yankees aren't what the Yankees are. I mean, Hal is not George. Hal tried. George would have just paid it. And I'm happy Hal didn't, but I'm sad Hal didn't too. I wish Hal did. But I mean, they weren't... the Padres put, I think, $450 for Judge? You turned it down. You say, look, I mean, Yankees aren't the highest bidder anymore. They haven't been for a while. So this is, yeah, I mean, it sucks, but Mets have FU money. Yankees don't anymore. Yankees did in the 70s when Catfish Hunter was worth less than $1 million a year. They don't now. They need investing, funding. Go fund. I mean, Hal's a billionaire. $1.5 billion is his reported net worth. Steve Cohen's is 21.5, I think. I mean, I don't know. There's my rant. All right, what's everyone else saying? Because I'm going to shut up now. Still use pesticides to reduce 5,000. Jesus. It is fitting that Big Papi On a day like today, a man with the nickname of Big Papi wins smartest man alive. I'm not going to make that go unnoticed. I'm just happy Red Sox, Yankees, Mets were the teams in on him. You can say Blue Jays, whatever. Dodgers ran on him too. Those are the 4 premier teams in baseball. I'm happy the 4 premier teams wanted the premier free agent who was willing to go anywhere. Because Ohtani wasn't. Ohtani was going to stay on the West Coast. So that's an outlier. Soto don't care. He'll go anywhere. I'm happy. Happy the 4 best teams wanted the best player. I will say right now the Marlins are projected to start 2025 season with a total team salary of under $50 million. Soto will be making $50 million himself. So he could buy the Marlins players, not the team, of course. Yeah, you'll like this. Marlins are going to have an under $50 million salary. Soto's got $50 million himself. So
Moneyball.
All right, I need to shut up. But yeah, Jen, I mean, Marcellus Barnes, he started as a freshman. You mean to tell me he doesn't have a school like a Clemson or a Miami? Miami needs corners. We saw that in the game. They can offer him more money. He'll be a sophomore. You mean to tell me that they didn't call him up? Hey, man, how much Syracuse paying you? We'll double it. No, we'll triple it. You know what I mean? Like, it's money. It's what...
All that's important
is
money. That's all. It's America.
I'm kind of with them on
That's
it.
what we do best. Money.
I love the Yankees, but you throw $50 million a year at me. I mean, listen. Other than the Red Sox, I'll go sign for the Mets because the Mets to me aren't really a rival, and they still aren't. Subway Series is fun and all, but.
All right, 30 seconds here. Classic Rock, TK99 and TK105. That's Eddie Money there. It's Gomez and company here. And thanks for hopping aboard the Monday morning party bar. It's a very busy Monday morning. Congratulations once again to Coach Fran Brown and the SU football team headed off to the Holiday Bowl December 27th against Washington State. We're going to talk to Mike McAllister here in about 5 minutes. Break down the bowl game and the season, obviously, and then also the college football playoffs in general, as that whole bracket obviously was announced over the weekend, so we'll talk to him about that. Other SU notes, among them, tomorrow night, SU basketball hosting Albany. It's a 7 p.m. tip. Our game day coverage tomorrow night starts at 5:30 here on your flagship station for SU basketball, TK99 and TK105. Also announced Alumni Day coming up in February. SU will be hosting Boston College at the Dome on February 8th. On Alumni Day, they'll be honoring the 1974-75 Final Four team. And at the time, Coach Boeheim was an assistant coach. That's how long ago that was. Coach Roy Danforth was the head coach at the time. But that team will be honored that day on Alumni Day. So another day for you to circle on your calendar for SU Hoops fans. Again, that's Saturday, February 8th, Alumni Day against BC. But straight ahead here, we'll be talking SU football and the Holiday Bowl and the season in general. Mike McAllister on deck. We'll talk to him next.
Instead, could we talk about how fantastic those brownies are?
They're good, aren't they?
I think I've had about 6 of them.
They're good.
I've demolished them.
Have more.
Oh, they're so good.
The Fearless Fallon Sisters. Injured? Seriously? You'll find Megan and Sheila here at Stanley Law.
Past performance does not guarantee future outcomes. StanleyLawOffices.com. 1-800-608-3333 in Syracuse and across New York and Pennsylvania.
Talking insurance often goes right over my head, but for the team at Haler, Fryer & Kuhn, it's about providing the risk management solutions you need. Part of the Syracuse community since 1928, they want to be sure that the things that matter most to you are properly protected. Whether it's the business you've built, the house you call home, or the people you love, their team takes a thorough, proactive approach to insurance. Visit Haler.com to ensure that you have all the coverage you need.
Let me go get Mike McAllister here. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right.
What's that?
He says he's an Eagles fan.
Oh, is he?
Eagles jacket that he always wears. And it's like, come on, Mike, what are we doing?
All right, Mike's all set there.
Justin Pugh said, wild question, now that we can pay college athletes, can I technically go back for my last year's eligibility and play? If so, why not add Q's football?
Yeah.
Justin, you coming back? You could use a guard.
For use only by adults 21 years of age and older. Keep out of reach of children and pets. In case of additional ingestion or overconsumption, contact the Poison Center hotline at 1-800-222-1222 or call 911. Please consume responsibly.
Live and local. Syracuse's classic rock, TK99 and TK105.
It is 7:40. It's Gomez and Company here. Lisa live from the loft at the home office as we welcome in Mike McAllister from 247sports.com. Mike, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Good. Exciting weekend for Coach Fran and the SU football team. And I would think that if you told the average SU fan at the beginning of the year that they'd win 9 games and play in an upper tier bowl late December, they'd have been pretty happy with that at the start of the season. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the only disappointment was after Syracuse beat Miami, there was a certain faction of Syracuse fans that were kind of hoping for the Gator Bowl. And I think that was more so for ease of travel, staying on the East Coast, the fact that a lot of Syracuse fans have been out to the West Coast a couple of times already with the UNLV and Cal trips, so they were maybe hoping to be able to go down to Florida. There's a lot of Syracuse alums and fans, Central New Yorkers down there as well. So I think there was some hope that they'd be able to go play there, and then maybe you'd get an SEC opponent, and so that would cause Kyle McCord and everyone to decide that they wanted to play that game, whereas perhaps a matchup with Washington State isn't as appealing. But all of that's still to be determined. Either way, you get a bowl game in a warm climate that's a top-tier bowl game for your conference affiliations. I think it's a pretty good thing for Syracuse football.
And does it help, Mike, on the West Coast as far as recruiting for Coach Fran? Obviously, he's focused on the East and New Jersey and Northeast, et cetera, but another opportunity to go West. Is that help having some of those West Coast eyes on the program?
It doesn't hurt. Now, they don't recruit a ton out there, but they have recruited a little bit. And, I think Fran's goal is to make Syracuse a national brand so that he can go into any living room in any place in the country and be able to pitch Syracuse and have it be an attractive option for them. So certainly if, there's some kids out in the West Coast that you think are good fits for your program, then anytime you get your product in front of their eyeballs, that certainly helps. But it also depends on what product that is, right? Like if Kyle McCord decides he wants to play in the game and that makes, Aronde Gadsden, who everyone expects to go pro to play in the game, and Marlo Wax and Justin Barron kind of is a domino effect, and you basically have the full Syracuse roster going and playing in that game, then yeah, that helps because you're showcasing what Syracuse has been all season. If those guys all opt out, and so you've got a depleted defense and you're going to play a Michael Johnson Jr. or something like that at quarterback, it's going to look drastically different. So I'm not sure how much that will help because, yeah, they'll see that you're there, but they're not really going to see what you are, what you're going to be.
What's your gut say as far as the guys you mentioned deciding to play in this particular bowl game?
I've really gone back and forth on it. I guess I kind of lean towards opting out of the bowl game just because it's not in Florida against an SEC type of an opponent, a ranked opponent or a borderline ranked opponent. Washington State was 8-1 at one point, but they lost 3 in a row, and I think 2 of the 3 games they lost were to teams that were under 500. So they kind of stumbled down the stretch of the season, whereas if they were a ranked opponent, maybe that is something that they decide to play for. But the one thing I'll say is Fran has done a great job of getting the players to buy into his culture and his program. And if he sits down and talks to them and says, listen, it's important for our program for you guys to play in this game and get that 10th win, I could see them buying in and doing that for Fran, especially because even though I think we all think very highly of those players, I don't think any of them are surefire first or second round draft picks. And so any opportunity you have to showcase yourself and get more positive attributes of your game on film, I think is a positive for their draft stock.
It's also now portal time of the season. Mike, we're talking to Mike McAllister, by the way, with the 247sports.com. And I know last night he announced that he would be going into the portal. Marcellus Barnes, is he officially in just yet that you're aware of?
I'm not aware that he's officially in. I haven't seen that reported anywhere yet, but he did announce late last night that he was going to enter the portal. It's it's a tough loss for Syracuse in one standpoint that, he's a freshman. He was an Under Armour All-American. He started a bunch of games for you, did have some injury issues, and, he is from Tennessee, so it was a little bit, far away from home. But at the same time, Fran Brown's expertise is defensive back. So if there's any position that you feel like he's going to be able to find guys to replace guys, defensive back is going to be right up there at the top of the list. And so they brought in more than just Marcellus Barnes as far as youngsters last year. They brought in a bunch more in the recruiting class that they just signed last week. And I would expect that they'll look for one or two guys in the portal that can come in and, veteran guys that can step in and start right away. So it's a blow in one sense, but I don't think it's something that's going to cripple the program by any means.
As far as the portal is concerned, any gut feeling as to quarterbacks available that might show some interest in coming to play for Coach Fran?
Well, there's been a couple that there's been some public connections to Syracuse with. Ricky Collins, who's a transfer from LSU, is one of them. Another one has a visit set up this week, actually, is Caden Salter, who was the quarterback at Liberty for the last couple of years. He has a visit set up to Syracuse this week, according to our national portal guy at 24/7 Sports. And he's also looking at other schools like Colorado, Florida State, et cetera. He's looking to set up visits to those schools as well. But if you're Syracuse and you get the first crack at him and he's the guy you want, then, you try to prevent him from taking those visits to other schools. But either way, Syracuse is going to be active in the quarterback market. For those wondering about Caden Salter, he started his college career at Tennessee, left after a year. He was a very highly touted prospect, a top 50 overall player in his class, top 5, top 6 type of player at his position. He, in the last 2 years at Liberty, has run for about 1,500, 1,600 yards and 19 touchdowns. And he's also thrown for about 44, 45 touchdowns. So he's certainly put up a lot of touchdowns. He's a little bit of a different player than what Kyle McCord is, much more of a dual threat. But if that's the guy that Syracuse wants, they've got him on campus. So, it's their turn to close the deal.
And as far, last but not least, the college football playoff brackets coming out this weekend and the top 12 teams. And the fact that Syracuse has ended the season in the top 20 is obviously some great progress. But biggest surprise for you with the teams that will be playing in the college football playoffs?
I was surprised that SMU made it over Alabama, not because I didn't think that they were deserving of it. I actually was in the camp that thought SMU should get the bid over Alabama, but I just expected, as a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, that they were going to try to put the SEC brand name program in. Obviously, Alabama is a bigger name, program, brand, et cetera, than what SMU is. And so I thought that they were going to use SMU's loss in the ACC championship game as a reason to put Alabama in ahead of them. I'm glad they didn't, because I think it would have set a dangerous precedent that if you play in your conference championship game and lose, you can be punished for that, which I don't think should be the case. And since SMU was 3 spots, I believe, above Alabama going into their ACC championship game, lost on a last-second field goal. It wasn't like they got blown out and looked terrible. To me, the most logical, reasonable decision was to keep them in. I just didn't have much confidence that they were going to, so a little bit surprised at that.
There's Mike McAllister from 247sports.com covering Syracuse, obviously. Mike, always great to chat there. We didn't have a chance to chat much during the season, but appreciate that and your thoughts and insight. And stay well, my friend. We'll see you soon.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Mike. It is Mike McAllister, and often guest with Steve and Paul in the afternoons over on ESPN down the hall on Orange Nation. And, the bowl game again on 27th against Washington State, and tickets and packages are out there right now. Correct, Velcro? And whereabouts?
Yeah, if you go cuse.com/bowl, it will give you everything you need to know about purchasing tickets and all
Excellent.
the hoopla type stuff.
All right, thanks again to Mike McAllister. After 8 o'clock, in about 20 minutes, we'll talk SU basketball. Former SU player and NBA veteran Etan Thomas joining us, and we'll do that at 8:10. Yes. The first one will be on the phone. After that, we'll try to do VMix, but this morning it'll be on the phone. Yeah, go old school.
I remember watching him on the Wizards.
Yeah, good player.
Was he on? Was he on some certain Wizards teams? Yes, he was. Okay. He played on what some people say are the most unprofessional basketball teams ever. Because they were led by Gilbert Arenas. It was DC with a young Ovechkin and Gilbert Arenas handing out golden tickets to his $1 million birthday party was just insane. It was awesome.
Dun, dun. All right, so go right to the top there. This will go right up to the top. And then right at the top, you have like a breaking the internet type of things. So we can chat a little bit, and then I'll play a tune because Etan's calling us, so I can't, I have to kind of get ready for his call there. The first one is on the phone. I'm thinking past this, he might be on video, but I think the first one, definitely the first one's on the phone.
Okay.
All right, it's about a minute and a half here.
Okay.
About 40 seconds.
Okay.
WTKW FM and HD, Bridgeport, Syracuse, WTKV, Minetto, Oswego. All systems go. This is Syracuse's Classic Rock, TK99 and TK105. You're hanging with Gomez and Company.
Look at that, 8 o'clock right on the stinking button. Do not try that at home. Cloudy and 37 degrees downtown, mid-40s for a high, midday and early afternoon rain rolling in before breaking up tonight. Tomorrow, by the way, we're going to be around 50. Pretty mild stretch here for us the early part of the week, but to welcome, text line here is 605-8874. Of course, you can join us in the stream chat of qsportstalk.com. Anytime you want to pop in, say hi, and meet some friends from around the area, around the states, around the world, as we have international viewers on here from time to time. So welcome to those who are tuning in on video, live from the world headquarters here in Armory Square and the loft at the home office. What is happening there in the greater Baldwinsville area?
Oh, just, hanging around, checking my, checking on my cybersecurity warnings and my McAfee and all those things. Because there's something going around on the internet, Gomez.
Like internet vid?
Like internet cooties. Yeah.
What's the one?
Exactly.
What's the most recent one here?
Internet cooties. It's called. Let's see. It's a spy thing. It's called like spy loans or something like that. It's a predatory loan thing going around. So they're like, hey, we'll give you $50,000 for $100 a month. Just put all your personal data right here. Woo!
And people are dumb enough to do it.
Well, it looks legit. They're mimicking reputable financial institutions with logos and user interfaces and making them seem legit. Yep. And that's what's going on around right now. If you get a video call, phone call, it's like there's a brand new one and they say it's so legit. People are getting people who are smart are getting taken in by these. And hackers are like scooping in and stealing their bank accounts. They'll either clean out all the money or they'll ransomware your own money in your own bank account.
Yeah.
I don't know how they can do it, but if they're asking for your social, don't give it up.
It's hard to believe they did at this day and age that if you get a random call on your phone or a video call and you're willing to give okay, great. That sounds like a great deal. Here's my social security number. Here's my banking information from somebody you've never met and never talked to before.
Well, they're doing the thing. You know, the thing that it's like, oh, this 315 number looks vaguely familiar. I think I'll answer it. They're mimicking Bank of America, Gmail, all big name companies like that. Hey, it looks like some strange activity on your account. Can you confirm? Blah, blah, blah. Yep. And that's what they're doing. There's another one going around. Just saying. Yeah. There's another one going around. Yep. Pay attention.
I'm going to start my own business doing that myself then. Just randomly calling people and having them give me their personal banking information.
I know. I find it completely insane. Like, how many times do you have to hang up on these people? Or hang up on latest thing going around. Be careful.
There you go.
Especially at Christmas. Yeah.
Also, a couple of the nuggets breaking the internet. I'll just play the scene from this particular movie with the iconic item that's in the movie.
Aren't you forgetting the ruby slippers? The ruby slippers? What have you done with them? Give them back to me or I'll... It's too late. There they are, and there they'll stay.
Yeah, and here's the news report regarding those slippers.
A pair of ruby slippers worn by Judy Garland herself in the 1939 version of The Wizard of Oz hit an all-time auction record for entertainment memorabilia. The iconic ruby slippers sold Saturday afternoon for $28 million.
And the Wicked Witch, her hat went for $3 million.
Man.
Wow. Probably paid for by people posing as banks, stealing money from everybody else. Now they got a lot of money to spend.
Oh my God! I would think the hat would be more, $3 million, but those ruby slippers are really pop. People love those. $28 million. Anonymous, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I didn't see a report on who purchased it. Technically, there are 4 pair of the ruby slippers. This was one pair of the slippers. There was one on display for years at Disney World in Florida at the movie studio. In the glass case there, and then this was one of the 4, but $28 million.
Wow. That's amazing.
And this one here, and I know A Christmas Story was on a couple times over the weekend, and it'll be on 24 hours on Christmas Eve. But a guy in Florida decorated for Christmas, put a 20-foot tall version of the leg lamp in his front yard.
How'd that go with the neighbors?
McAllister, here he is talking about it.
It is 420% bigger than the one that appears in the movie, so it's 20 feet tall. So this is golf netting that I bought off Amazon. The fringe, 14-inch fringe, there's a half mile of that. Everyone's decorating their houses, and I thought it'd be fun to have like a neighborhood competition who could have like the best Christmas decorations. And I was tossing and turning one night, and then I had like this epiphany. Sometimes their kids haven't seen the movie, and they're like, oh no, we gotta go home and we're gonna force you to watch this movie. A 40-year-old movie with no CGI. And
there it is right there. Yeah. So you picture the guy in Florida, and there's his giant leg lamp. That is spectacular.
Yes, it is. Nice work.
That's right. The glow of electric sex right there in the front yard. Spectacular.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Just a couple of the nuggets breaking the internet. We have to clear out a little space here for Etan Thomas, the former SU great and NBA veteran, will join us here in a few moments. Talk some SU hoops early in the season, right after Van Halen on Classic Rock, TK 99 and TK 105. All right.
The leg lamp. One of the people are gonna like no more Christmas trees, leg lamps.
No more leg lamps. Spectacular. That stuff loading.
Only in Florida.
There you go, Crafty. That's an email that'll get to us. Hang on. Let me go get the ton ready to go here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Larry, I get it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just went back and looked. I had one item that was particularly popular that I thought was like, really this? And I had others that I thought were beautiful that were kind of But yeah, no, it was okay, Larry. I still have more. I'll do more pop-ups. I mean, I had a pretty lofty goal, so... still pushing. Yeah, Saturday was lovely, but it was cold. But yesterday it was so muddy. And people have like rolly carts and different things. Oh, one lady flat out tripped in the doorway. Bad yard sale, broke, crash.
Here we go. Got a ton ready to go. Classic Rock, TK99 and TK105. Van Halen there. It's Gomez and Company here. Lisa live from the loft at the home office. As we welcome in former SU great and NBA veteran Etan Thomas for our first chat for this basketball season. Etan, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How y'all doing?
Good.
How are things with you? First, your family, everybody's well, and I know you're a young one, not so young at this point, but playing ball?
Yeah, everybody's good. The kids growing up, that's just how it is. But everybody's good. Can't complain.
Well, good. Good to hear. We'll talk some SU hoops. Kind of a lackluster early part of the season here for the team. It's early on, obviously. But when you're watching the team play, I'm sure you watched on Saturday the loss at Notre Dame. What really stands out to you?
Well, I've been listening to a lot of the Syracuse podcasts and hearing what people are thinking, and the fans are what the chatter is. And I know a lot of people are complaining right now, and there's a lot, there's quite a bit to complain about. But I don't think all is lost. I mean, they have to be able to figure out how to proceed without the top player. J.J. Sterling, he's out right now. I don't know how long he's out for. I think they reported that he has a broken hand. But they have to figure out, playing without them, that's a big chunk of their scoring. But I don't think all is lost. I don't think the season is lost. I don't think that, I understand the criticism is going to come when you're, losing games and losing to teams that people don't think you're supposed to lose to. But I don't think all is lost.
It like you said, it's really early in the season, Etan, and just over the history of Syracuse basketball, I think we, for the most part, been pretty spoiled with teams that would start out, 10-0 or 11-0 or 8-1, and we kind of got used to that. It's just a more level playing field now than it had been over a lot of those years.
Well, also, it's hard to compare to the teams of the past because, you have different systems that are in place. Now you have, with the transfer portal, of course, guys just kind of thrown together, learning how to play with each other. So sometimes it takes a little minute. And this is what you're seeing all throughout college basketball, different teams that are trying to figure out, how to, have that cohesiveness with each other. And sometimes it takes a little bit. But, I know fans are impatient, everything like that, but that's just the way it is in this new landscape.
It is, and it's for longtime fans, it's just getting used to the payment portion of it, the NIL, and the fact that every year it's really for the most part a new roster to try to get to learn and get to know and to follow along. It's the new landscape, but it is a challenge for a lot of fans to kind of stay up to date with that.
Well, and I understand why it's a challenge, I mean, and then it's, becoming more, when they put the person and what they got in the NIL and they have a bad game and, okay, this person makes this much, you should be having a much better game after making this much. That's a completely different everything from when I played, So even that chatter in itself, I can't even relate to because that's usually what you hear in the pros. But, like I said, I don't think all is lost. I don't think fans should just give up or, it's too early for that. Like, let them keep trying to, come together, of course, the offense, the different lineups that, coach is putting in, trying to find the right combinations. You can see that he's searching to see what can work. So, fans just have to be patient.
Etan, do you think players should think about staying? I mean, instead of going to the portal and doing the thing and going for the cash, you think there's something there like maybe some should stick around a little longer to sort of just grow a little more? What are your thoughts?
Well, I think that people have to understand that a lot of times coaches advise players to go into the portal. It's not always just the players that want to go into the portal by themselves. So the coaches will say, okay, you're probably not going to play next year because we're looking for X, Y, and Z player in the portal. So it'd probably be better for you, advantageous for you to go into the portal. That happens a lot. And I think a lot of people don't know that part of it, but it's a different business right now. It's a totally different landscape. And it's interesting, the portal has its positives and negatives, and nobody really knew what it was going to look like, once they implemented it. But it's the new norm. So, it's just something that seems like it's here to stay.
Talking to Etan Thomas, former SU and NBA player, here with us every Monday morning at about this time. And in college basketball, a couple of notes. One, we lost recently the legendary St. John's head coach Lou Carnesecca, and I know over the weekend Rick Pitino paying tribute by wearing a Lou Carnesecca vintage sweater to their game. And did you have any interactions with Coach Lou over the years, Etan, many years ago?
I didn't, besides just seeing him at a game here and there. I know when we played St. John's in the Garden, it was an amazing game against the, Ron Artest and LeVar Postel and Eric Barkley era. And, just having him shake my hand and saying, good game, that was exciting. I love the way you play. But I didn't have a lot of, he was a little bit before my time, but heard nothing but positive things about him. And he's definitely a legend. And he, his name and his everything that he's accomplished will be remembered in Big East basketball forever.
Etan, hey, thanks. Glad you're doing well, and we'll touch base every Monday here during the rest of the college season there, and hopefully between now and next week, a couple of wins to talk about here as the team continues to get to know each other and get to play better with each other.
Yep, that's the plan. All right, sounds good. Everybody have a good one.
You too, Etan. Thanks.
No problem.
That is Etan Thomas. He'll join us here weekly during the season. Fun chatting with Etan. And just the names that he was mentioning there from back in the day playing against the St. John's in the Garden. A bunch of future NBA greats. It's 8:17 here. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Go.
There's about 4.5 minutes here.
Mhm.
Mhm. $30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Against Duke, North Carolina, Georgetown, NC State, and Virginia. Experience all the action at the newly renovated JMA Wireless Dome. Now with upgraded chairback seating and premium sections for an enhanced game day experience. Secure your seats today by visiting Cuse.com/tickets. Be part of the excitement of Orange basketball.
Live and local. Syracuse's classic rock. TK99 and TK105.
It is 8:23, and a couple of nuggets here before we send you loose on the day. Lisa, anything there from the loft at the home office?
Well, if you're going to the grocery store, you might notice something is about to change.
Really?
If you're looking like it's soup weather,
Yes.
right? Have you had soup yet?
Sure,
Did
yeah.
you make your own or out of a can?
Homemade.
Right?
Homemade soup.
Well, a lot of people still like grabbing a Campbell's soup, right?
Yeah.
Tomato, like that's like, I'm not making my own tomato soup.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
That one. Campbell's Soup Company is changing their name.
What?
To just, big deal, man. This is huge in the soup world, in the grocery market world. From Campbell's Soup Company to just Campbell's.
Just plain Campbell's.
You may never have even noticed it. But if you have a can of Campbell's soup, go look at it. It says Campbell's Soup Company. But from now on, just Campbell's.
Is it worth anything if you have an old one?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, Andy Warhol painted the original Campbell's Soup Company.
That's cool.
Maybe if you've got an old, maybe, I don't know, shove it way in the back and wait for it to turn into some, I don't know, maybe that's a thing. But yeah, you will barely even notice it, but it's going from Campbell's Soup Company to just Campbell's.
Along those lines, if you're going to hang on to it, maybe it's going to be worth something someday. Here's a list of, quote, collector's items that really aren't worth collecting anymore, but people still do because they think they're worth something.
Yeah.
You can maybe add that to the list, but among them, for example, Beanie Babies.
Yeah.
Nearly all of them are worth less than $20. You can find them a whole lot less than that on eBay.
Sure.
Pez dispensers. Even the good ones sell for $1 or $2.
Yeah.
Most, not all, but most vinyl records. The market is so saturated, they don't really hold much value. They're great to listen to. Just don't expect to get rich off them. But there's always an exception. Yes, if you have the Beatles, the White Album, if you have the Lynyrd Skynyrd album, those
the one
types of collectibles, sure. But in general.
Yeah, in general, those stack of, oh my God, I have a stack of old country that belong to, family members and stuff. I can't get rid of them. I've never listened to them.
But you don't want to get rid of them. There's nothing wrong with that. If it's just sentimental value and it's a family thing. But as far as cash, also Cabbage Patch Kids, if they're in mint condition, still in the box, they might be worth, but for the most part, not worth hanging on to. Old VHS tapes and DVDs.
Yeah.
Aside from the nostalgia aspect, there's not a lot. Yes, with an asterisk, there's probably a VHS unopened of the first Star Wars movie that's worth something. But just
maybe.
Generally speaking.
Yeah. Oh, we have our bunker of VHS and DVDs and all that. Like we call it the, it's the entertainment bunker. It has like every Star Wars, Star Trek, Disney movie, animated, like the Frosty and the Charlie Browns and the Bubba Buzz. We have all of them in our bunker.
The entertainment bunker.
Yep.
Last but not least on this list of things you might as well stop collecting because they're really not worth all that much. Vintage Playboy magazine. There are a couple of mint condition ones that might have some value, but mostly
the Marilyn Monroe, the first ever edition. That's about it.
Mostly, that's it.
I had an old famous one, and I forgot what it was, but I sold it on eBay for like $10.
All right.
But it wasn't 100. Yeah, it was a little.
This, I suppose I could throw this under science now that I look at it.
Okay.
Blinded with science.
This study found that songs with over 120 beats per minute can lead to dangerous driving. So if you were wondering what the most dangerous Christmas song to drive to, I'll give you the top 3. Number 3, Feliz Navidad.
Okay.
Number 2, All I Want for Christmas Is You, from Mariah Carey.
Oh.
That might cause you to wreck just because you're tired of hearing it. But the very top, most dangerous Christmas song to listen to while you're driving.
Frosty the Snowman was a jolly happy soul.
Really?
Yeah.
With a corncob pipe and a butt
172 beats per minute.
made out of coal.
Huh.
So that's science.
People
there.
swerving around like
I guess. Probably just in general. It's like, it just kind of causes it to be, whether it's Christmas music or some cranking heavy metal tune.
Yeah.
The beats per minute more than
got
it is
it.
about the Christmas song. But this being the time of the year. This one also would fall under the umbrella of science because it involves our good friend artificial intelligence. Video got posted on YouTube last week. Some guy used AI to redo the entire Led Zeppelin second album through AI. And as if it were a band from the 50s instead of Led Zeppelin.
Oh,
So
God.
this is what, according to AI, Led Zeppelin would sound like if they were a 50s band instead of the mega 70s band that they were.
You need cooling, baby, I'm not fooling. I'm gonna send you back to schooling, way down inside, honey, you need it. I'm gonna give you my love, I'm gonna give you my love.
I don't know.
No, I don't like it. Don't get me wrong, but that's
interesting.
I wonder what you could do with the artificial intelligence. There you go.
They were born in the 50s, right? So, they lived through that. And I bet you if you... Robert Plant loves Elvis.
Sure. He probably listened to that and go, hey, that's not too bad.
Yeah, he might think it's okay, but... ouch. That hurt. That hurt my soul. I don't know. That wasn't good.
This bit of the science, the largest desert on the planet. The largest desert on the planet.
Okay.
What would your guess be?
God.
I would have thought, without knowing anything, if I was like a trivia night at a bar, I'd go, I don't know, Sahara.
Sahara. That's what I would think. Yeah.
Antarctica is
the largest desert in the world.
It's technically a desert, which makes it the largest desert on the planet, Antarctica. So, yes, I would have gotten that one incorrect.
Is it a desert, like a snow desert, because there's nothing there?
Whatever.
Is that kind of
probably under the umbrella definition of what a desert is?
Okay.
Last but not least,
All
this
right.
isn't science, just noteworthy. Michigan was the last state where cops were allowed to have sex with prostitutes during investigations.
Okay. When did they change that law? Like last year?
2017. 7 years ago.
Yeah. Honey, I was working.
Yeah.
Honey,
the Wolverine state. There you go.
I was working.
And he might have been right. I was working.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a little bit of science here for you.
Not good.
Brought to you by DVOffers.com and powered by Drivers Village in Cicero. What's on the agenda today for you?
Well, I feel so much smarter now knowing that the Antarctic is the largest desert in the world. I just feel so smart. I'm gonna have to find something to do with all this brain power that's just surging through the gray matter. I'm just like, so I'm gonna go find a way to use it. Wash my car covered in mud.
There you go.
That's what I'm gonna do in about 20 minutes.
All right, then. And tomorrow, Ralph Fertella due in studio. I don't know if that's one of the days you're going to be able to get out of the loft for the day, but Ralph will be in tomorrow, one way or the other. We will see you in the morning.
All right. So long for now.
So long for now. Coming up here in a few moments, Joe Stanley. He's the official legal advisor on the show. If you have any legal questions for Joe, you can text him in here at 605-8874, and we'll talk to Joe Stanley next.
TK99 and TK105.
All righty then.
All right, Chief.
See you tomorrow. Yep.
One way or another.
Okay. Bye. Dun, 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 dun.
Our hearts are filled with gratitude and joy at having the pleasure to serve you for all of your business and personal insurance needs. Happy holidays. CH Insurance is in your corner.
Just like football, Staff Leasing handles special teams play, HR, payroll, benefits, and 401k plans so you can focus on calling the right place for your business. Not an employment agency, Staff Leasing is a professional HR organization that can tackle all of your HR needs so you and your employees can stay in the game. Visit staffleasinghr.com to learn more.
The 90s called. They said the Gordita Supreme is so back in the new $7 Lux Cravings box from Taco Bell. It's all looking fresh to death with the pillowy 90s Gordita Supreme alongside the beefy 5-layer burrito, double-stacked taco, chips with nacho cheese sauce, and medium drink. All for just $7. It's your wallet's favorite cheesy crunchy combo here for a limited time. Grab yours and relive the decades only at Taco Bell. At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only. While supplies last. Contact store for price and participation which varies. Drinks excludes freezes. Tax extra.
Are you stressing over what to get everyone this holiday season? Well, don't fret. Your locally owned and operated Syracuse Edible Arrangements has you covered with an incredible variety of gifts that is sure to charm even the most selective of recipients. Looking at you, Uncle Frank. Or if you're looking to send out business gifts to your loyal clients or employees, give us a call and ask about our fully customizable and discounted business gifting program. We're your one-stop shop this holiday season, so stop by, call, or go to edible.com today.
Bring it on, near or far, day or night, the BMW X5 SUV is built for adventure with its impressive engineering, commanding style, and roomy interior. A natural leader in every way, the 2025 X5 xDrive 40i models deliver on looks, safety, technology, and power. Lease an all-new 2025 BMW X5 xDrive 40i at Burdick BMW for $879 per month for 39 months with $65.79 due at signing. Cash down includes $47.75 capitalized cost reduction, $929 first month's payment, $925 acquisition fee, and $0 security deposit. Not all customers qualify for security deposit waiver. Tax, title, license, registration, and dealer fees or additional fees due at signing. MSRP $72,125. 10,000 miles per year included. Excess mileage charged at 25 cents each at end. Lessee responsible for excess wear and tear. For qualified lessees through BMW Financial Services with a minimum credit score of 700. Offer valid through January 2nd, 2025. Burdick BMW, your performance and luxury headquarters at Drivers Village in Cicero. Visit burdickbmw.com.
Ever thought of adding an adjustable base to your queen bed at Mattress Express? Buy a Bed Tech adjustable base right now for $9.99 and get a $500 prepaid Visa card. You heard me right. You get half your money back in a prepaid Visa card. Shop Mattress Express.
Sometimes good people get chewed up and spit out by a system they don't understand. But not on my watch. Not if you're my client. Because nobody gets to my clients without coming through me. I'm Tom Anelli, New York's DWI lawyer. And I'm here when you need me 24/7 only at DWITom.com.
Right now at Matthews Auto on Route 31 in Clay. Save big on a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles from every major brand. Chevy, Toyota, Jeep, Ford, Subaru, Mazda, Mitsubishi, Kia, Nissan, and more. Over 125 vehicles on the lot, with 750 more available online with prices at clayusedcars.com. Every quality pre-owned vehicle at Matthews in Clay has been carefully inspected and is priced to sell with flexible financing options, including our popular Fresh Start financing. Over 125 vehicles ready for immediate sale. All makes, all models, cars, trucks, SUVs. See our full selection at Matthews Auto, Route 31 in Clay, or online at clayusedcars.com. That's clayusedcars.com.
Gomez & Co. brought to you by Staff Leasing.
Hi, this is Ralph Montfort. I'm the owner of Casanova Jewelry. Growing up in central New York, the holiday season was always a very special time. My parents would go to the garage, the attic, or the basement, pull out a big box and set it in front of our tree. My family and I would pull Christmas tree ornaments out to decorate the tree, and along with every ornament we hung went a little story of a previous Christmas or a special occasion. This year at Casanova Jewelry, either in the village of Casanova or the Fayetteville Town Center, we would like to give you a Christmas ornament to start a tradition or add to your collection of holiday memories. With every purchase of jewelry or a watch between Thanksgiving and Christmas, we will give you a beautiful Christmas ornament to light up your tree. So this Christmas, come into Casanova Jewelry, either in the village of Casanova or the Fayetteville Town Center, and purchase a piece of jewelry or a watch and receive a beautiful, lighted, blown glass Christmas tree ornament as a special gift to you and your family.
Gomez and Company in the morning on TK99 and TK105, Syracuse's classic rock.
It is 8:38 as we welcome in Joe Stanley from the Stanley Law Offices, the official legal advisor here on the show. And Joe, how was your weekend? Good?
Good.
And we're just talking a little bit about the Bills game. And if you had nothing invested in the actual game, if you weren't a fan of either team, it was an entertaining game to watch.
Yes.
A lot of offense. Josh Allen and 6 touchdowns. First time ever in NFL history that a guy had 6 in the same game, yet all for naught.
Yes. A lot of the Bills have found ways to lose. Their coach has managed to do that, and I think he made some rather inopportune decisions in that game again.
I want to say the first question to Josh Allen in the postgame was about that timeout, and why didn't you spike it? And I forgot how he answered it, but that was the first thing everybody wanted to know about at the end of the game.
What are you doing?
What's going on there? Well, right to it here, Joe. You got an interesting case, and now once you started chatting about it, I remember when we first talked about it quite some time ago, right? I mean, how long has this been going on? And just in a nutshell, what's the...
Well, last year, there was the news that Bob Lee, the founder of that Cash App, was murdered in San Francisco, and they're saying, "Oh, this is a high crime." They were blaming it on a crime, and it turns out the person they arrested was somebody he knew very well, who they said planned this as a killing. Because Bob Lee apparently had all sorts of issues, got his sister addicted to heroin.
Oh, man.
So, but the interesting thing about it is that this person's defense is, I didn't do it. It was a random act down in the street. But this trial, they had an incredible amount of video. San Francisco, like most bigger cities now, are covered. They had comings and goings everywhere. The only place they didn't have on the video was the area where the actual crime happened. But I guess the government's story was the video showed everybody coming and going. There's nobody else who could have done it but the defendant. But the jury's been deliberating now. They went out last Tuesday, and they're still deliberating. So,
obviously, been knowing more about it than most of us. What does that tell you about what they're thinking?
Well, there's questions. Well, the longer they deliberate, there's people who have opinions on both sides. If it was a cut and dry thing and everybody agreed, it would have been over in a day or two, because this isn't like you're going through multiple charges. He either did it or he didn't.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
And did they prove he did it beyond a reasonable doubt? And when you aren't there and you only get the news reports, it's hard interesting. And I do look at the closing statements on both sides. Of course, talk about two different stories. There couldn't be two more different stories. Yes.
But isn't it like the example, like they don't have the exact moment on video. They got everything else, but like if you see two sets of footprints in the sand, clearly somebody was there.
Evidence is certainly can be very persuasive, yes. And video evidence can be persuasive. But I think there was evidence that people could come and go different ways, so the video was not excluding anybody.
Now, how about this time of the year? And most every day you'll see a story about porch pirates this time of the year, with people getting deliveries at their house every day. And when that happens, because I don't know how you see the video of somebody grabbing somebody's package and running off and getting in a car and taking off. How do you report that? Is it a homeowner insurance?
Well, it's a theft. Yes, it's a homeowner's insurance claim. It's also a police claim. And many times the companies will refund it. That's why they've got more sophisticated in taking pictures of where it was delivered, and you having to agree that this is where we want it safely delivered. And so you are then responsible, because, until very recently they would dump it somewhere and
that's it.
Anybody could find it and take it. But now you look at it and it says, where do you want this? And they take a picture and you get a picture. And here it was, we left it there and it's yours. That's where you wanted us to leave it.
So, would a company refund? I don't know how that works. Fortunately, it hasn't happened. But, I mean, if you had something and Amazon or whoever delivered it and there it was, and then
no, they're going to say, no, we delivered it according to your specifications.
So it's on you.
So that's a homeowner's claim. Then it's a theft.
So you got to go through insurance, and then maybe your insurance goes up.
Well, you have a deductible.
You're making a claim.
You have a deductible.
Yeah, that's true.
You have a big deductible. Most people have 500. A lot of people have 1,000. So you want to make sure that's just one of the many things when you're shopping. You want to make sure that process is secure, and you want to make sure who you're buying it from is secure. We've over the years we have talked about, just because it's a good deal doesn't mean it is. And second of all, you want to make sure that who you're buying this from is real and that they actually have policies and procedures in effect. And these resellers, even if you buy from Amazon or some of these other companies, when they are using these resellers, they're going to tell you they're not responsible for them. If something goes wrong,
it's on you.
Yeah.
So Joe Stanley from the Stanley Law Offices. They'll work hard to get you the maximum award. Joe, thanks. We'll see you next week.
Thanks so much.
Classic Rock, TK99 and TK105 Scorpions there. It's Gomez and Company here, and thanks for hanging out here. A very busy Monday morning. Tomorrow, by the way, Ralph Rotella, the Shoe Repairman, he'll be along. And I think also Wally, another Crunch Time update with Daniel Walcott from your Syracuse Crunch on tomorrow's show. Aside from that, busy week. On Friday night, a great show coming to Del Lago Resort and Casino at the award-winning Vine Showroom. Marshall Tucker Band and Jefferson Starship. This Friday night at Del Lago, Rick DiIulio has your chance to win during the 5 o'clock road trip. Listen to Rick for your chance to win in the afternoon here on TK99 and TK105.
You're listening to Gomez and Company on TK99 and TK105.
No one sells their stocks more pre-owned vehicles than Drivers Village.
Yeah.
500 used available, including over 300 SUVs and trucks, 100 certified pre-owned, hundreds priced below $29,000. Our buying experts want your car. Stop into the DV Buying Center and get it appraised instantly. Over 500 used, one location. Shop the used car and truck warehouse and everywhere at Drivers Village. See more at dvused.com.
They're all different.
It's the most wonderful time for a beer. Give the gift of beer this holiday season with tickets to the Wildcat Sports Pub CNY Brew Fest, January 31st through February 1st at the New York State Fairgrounds. With more than 100 breweries pouring unlimited samples, CNY Brew Fest now features hard seltzer and cider row. Purchase tickets at cnybrewfest.com and use the code HOLIDAY for $10 off. Exclusively online while supplies last. Need a ticket without committing to a session? Buy a golden ticket. Available only at Wildcat Sports Pub in Camillus and now and later on Tip Hill. This event is proudly presented by Sweetgrass.
Hey there, Central New York. This is Dan, the owner of the Wildcat Sports Pub in Camillus. Do you have something to celebrate? Whether it's a graduation, engagement, or just a weekend get-together for a big game, the Wildcat Sports Pub has you covered. We cater any event, offering a delicious spread including not just our pizza and award-winning wings, the salads, pastas, and full entrees. With us, your party will be a home run. Call us today at 315-487-2222 or swing by our location at 3680 Milton Ave in Camillus. Let's make your event unforgettable with the Wildcat Sports Pub. See you there.
Sometimes good people get chewed up and spit out by a system they don't understand. But not on my watch. Not if you're my client. Because nobody gets to my clients without coming through me. I'm Tom Anelli, New York's DWI lawyer, and I'm here when you need me 24/7, only at DWITom.com.
Ever thought of adding an adjustable base to your queen bed at Mattress Express? Buy a Bed Tech adjustable base right now for $9.99 and get a $500 prepaid Visa card.
No.
You heard me right. You get half your money back in a prepaid Visa card. Shop Mattress Express.
Luxury at a level above. The unbeatable range of standard features and customizable options make the 2025 BMW X7 a statement piece and BMW's most luxurious full-size SUV. In every way, the 2025 X7 xDrive 40i models deliver on looks, safety, technology, and power. Lease an all-new 2025 BMW X7 xDrive 40i at Burdick BMW for $999 per month for 39 months with $87.99 to its signing. Cash down includes $68.75 capitalized cost reduction, $999 first month's payment, $925 acquisition fee, and $0 security deposit. Not all customers qualify for security deposit waiver. Tax, title, license, registration, and dealer fees or additional fees to its signing. MSRP $88,075. 10,000 miles per year included. Excess mileage charged at 25 cents each and end. Lessee responsible for excess wear and tear. For qualified lessees through BMW Financial Services with a minimum credit score of 700. Offer valid through January 2nd, 2025. Burdick BMW, your performance and luxury headquarters at Drivers Village in Cicero. Visit burdickbmw.com.
Attention, Class A CDL truck drivers. Home daily.
Hey, Crafty. Yep, buddy. Yeah. Well, good luck there today. Your PT is at 10:30. I didn't ask Paul yet. Paul, do you have any single females that might have interest in Craftman? I know he's in Oswego.
I have some single males.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't know if that's does that work?
I don't know. I don't know how well that's going to work, but
so nothing just yet there, buddy, but good luck. What are you working on your knee today at PT? How's that going for you? Only female. Okay. Thanks for clarifying there, but
I'll keep looking for you, buddy.
I'll keep looking. Thinking about it there. But anyway, well, good luck with the knee, pal. We'll talk to you later on this week, and everybody else. We're gonna call it a day here. So enjoy the day. Back tomorrow, and we'll see you later. So long for now.